Hi, hi, hello, hello. Our listomania continues, and I'm not referring to the Phoenix album, nor am I referring to the actual condition for which it was named, where people would freak out about Franz Liszt. No, I'm talking about my own addiction to reading top albums of the decade lists. People seem to like this content all right, so I'm more than happy to keep making it. Here we're looking at Gorilla versus Bears list. It actually came out quite a while ago. I don't know what kind of logic these various sites are using for when they should publish these. I'm trying to see if I can find any sort of pattern. Gorilla vs. Bear is a pretty cool site. I check it not as frequently as I do Pitchfork, but sometimes they have quite interesting articles, and I think their tastes are quite often aligned with mine. Unlike Pitchfork, they didn't go so hard into this kind of poptimism type phase. They're much more interested in kind of obscure music, obscure genres. Not to the extent of something like The Quietus, whose list I hope to read at some point in the future too, but kind of like a middle ground. So I'm quite interested in their list. Albums of the decade. Cool little graphic here. They've existed for 15 years as a blog. We are pleased to present our favorite releases of the decade. When we did this back in 2009, that list still mostly holds up. A few exceptions. We have Carl's to write the forward. Really? So Carl's, who ran this blog called Hipster Runoff, which is like totally dead now. This is going to take me to some weird site. Yeah. Hipster Runoff provided a lot of really scathing commentary on sites like Pitchfork, and I think Carl's like really defined a lot of the internet type of language that we've used all the way up until today. But Carl's is now kind of I don't know, fallen out of fashion perhaps. Hmm. Yes. 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 Those people seem like assholes for making lists. Well, so, anyways, one thing he said still rings true. We have lived through this, now we shall reflect upon this. And they're taking it quite sincerely, as Carlos, of course, did not intend, but saying that the implication of this, the actual sentiment behind someone taking it sincerely, perhaps should not be mocked. Going a little deeper this time around, and we decided to keep it to one release per artist. Apologies to Art Angels, so it looks like they're taking Visions. Least Majesty, I feel like is... Ah, geez, that sounds very familiar. But whatever. Oh no, man, how do I not know these? Ultraviolence is Lana Del Rey, so they've probably taken Norman fucking Roswell. And Channel Orange, of course, is Frank Ocean, so Blonde is on here. All the other Grouper records et al. Malta et al, sorry. Liz Harris, the main list. Okay. These choices are somewhat predictable if you're listening to us going about these artists on the air and the radio for the past 10 years. Recently biased, yeah, there's Lana Del Rey's Norman fucking Roswell. Rockwell. I keep saying Roswell. For some reason that word comes to mind much quicker than Roswell. Mostly comprehensive Spotify plus Apple Music playlists. But of course, the legend, Joanna Newsom, holding out on the DSP overlords. I think this is like digital service provider, DSP. So yeah, Joanna Newsom does not have her music on any streaming service. You actually just have to go and buy the release. Okay, all right, let's get into it. Oh my gosh, there's no pictures, there's no write-ups, there's nothing. It's just names. Okay, so this is gonna be a little different. We're gonna have to like do a bit more of our own research. I don't know what this is already. We're already hitting an album that I am not that aware of. Pitchfork liked it okay. The album cover is intriguing. Yeah, all right. Let's get our list going again. Gorilla versus Bear. I feel like there's going to be a lot of entries on this one. FK Twigs we saw in the Pitchfork list. I believe this is the same release that Pitchfork had listed. And whoa, my gosh, her new stuff is coming out quite soon. Twin Sister. I don't know if I've heard of this either. Twin Sister, Color Your Life. What did Pitchfork think? 7.5. Okay. I don't know. This seems pretty nice. Experimental pop, indie, pop, New York. Sure. All right, we'll put it on the list. There's not much to go on, so it's like if it sounds at all intriguing, we have to kind of look further. King Cruel, the Ooze. This one ranked, of course, very highly on Pitchfork's list. Quite highly on theirs as well, of course. Feels like I'm maybe underappreciating it. Should go back and listen to it again. Caro Bonito. Interesting. We haven't seen Caro Bonito on any of these lists so far. Definitely kind of like a cult. Oh my gosh. The spoilers. Definitely kind of like a cult favorite with a very loyal fan base. Very unique aesthetic. Interweaving kind of more British pop type things that you see with like Charlie and stuff. With like really overt Japanese hyper kawaii aesthetics. It's like kind of strange for me to listen to this sort of music because, you know, I also listen to the sort of genres that they're taking influence from Japan. And it's like because I seek out kind of the extremes of those genres of kind of like Dempa music and Japanese IDM and Japanese dance music, this feels relatively quite tame. But I can't deny that it's like super catchy. Hey, that's Ariel Pink. Why is Ariel Pink here? I can't deny that it's like super catchy and well done. So I don't know. It's a band I probably should be more into than I am. It's just sort of like when something blows up, or blows up like to the extent that Caro Bonito has, and it has this sort of tangential relevance to something that you're very passionate about and that you're like more knowledgeable than most people about. I don't know. I always feel like this weird conflict of like, I don't know how to put it. It's just an insecurity. It's just like a complex I have. Earl Sweatshirts, some rap songs, great. That's definitely a great inclusion. So again, no Doris because of this. I feel like Doris is getting overlooked really hard because of some rap songs, which is too bad. It's a fantastic album on its own. Helen, the original Faces. I don't think I've heard of this either. Oops, the 44 came with it. Oh, Grouper Bandcamp? Oh, Liz Harris of Grouper. So this is another project by her. Interesting. I did not know this happened at all. Okay. This sounds like it could be pretty good because it looks like it's like even more abrasive and inaccessible than her work as Grouper. And like that's the direction that I feel most intrigued by, I think, in her work, is kind of like the noisy, okay, Barter 6, nice, sure. Replica, that was the one that was on Pitchfork's list as well, which I guess is kind of hailed as the One of Chicks Point Never masterpiece. I don't know, I should go back and listen to it again. I don't really quite remember what's on that one. I've been more caught up by his recent releases. Juliana Barwick, The Magic Place. Now this sounds familiar. I feel like perhaps we saw this on other lists. Perhaps it's already even on our to check out list. Yep, there it is on the Pitchfork list. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, this one does sound really good. The ambience, the picture of the tree on the cover, it's like, oh yeah, I want to hear some tree music. I'm all about that tree music. Anything that reminds me of Gas Pop. I hope this finds it. Yeah, this is like I don't know. This is a pretty amazing album to me. One that I return to at many times in many moods. So anything that reminds me of this, that kind of evokes the same feeling, I'm going to be quite interested in. Clams Casino instrumentals. Interesting. Okay, so this isn't his later kind of more substantial mixtape, which was called like uh, 36 levels or something. 32 levels. Yeah. This is just instrumentals. A lot of them that became popular first because of like Lil B tracks, Main Attraction, Soldier Boy. Um, yeah, I don't know. Clams Casino is a pretty amazing producer and someone who I think defined the sound of hip hop this decade more than almost anyone else. Like, it's hard to imagine even like the later eras of trap type music, like coming from Metro Boomin or London on the Track and stuff, that have like really taken off. Being able to compete with or not compete with. Sorry, I got distracted because I was reading this. It's hard to imagine those things coming to be without Clams Casino really defining like the fundamentals of that sound, the foundation of that kind of really wavy, really cloudy, and starting to have this conception of hip hop not just as like rapping over a beat, but this completely fluid integration of lyrics and instrumentation. I feel like was so well defined by Clams Casino. And then right afterwards, we have a mixtape that Clams Casino is quite involved on. I think he produced, if not the majority of the songs on this album, then the highest part of like the clams, quite a lot, yeah. So definitely the most frequently appearing producer on this album, and the one that like made a lot of the really definitive songs like Palace, Goddamn, How Real Is This, Leaf, like these are the songs that really define this mixtape for me. That make it stand out and memorable. Okay, that's cool. Just need to see these back to back. The whole cloud rap era. Woo! So this is cheating, isn't it? A little. If they're gonna do this, then I'm gonna do stuff like this on my list too, maybe. So Yeji has released 2 EPs, one self-titled and one called EP2. I think they're both pretty fantastic. I think together they basically are the length of an album. So that's wow. They put it as #1 album of 2017. Gorilla vs. Bear, really big fans of Yeji. So are we all, though. Yeah, man. Rain Girl, Drink I'm Sipping On, the Passion Fruit cover. This cover of Passion Fruit, I think, is like so much better than the original now. I can't even listen to the original. And I liked this song a lot when it came out. But then when the Yeji cover, I was just like, oh my god, this is like the true form of this song for me now. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where she goes from here. I think when she finally releases like a full-length album, we could have a whole lot of potential, if she even wants to do that. Maybe the album is dead. Okay, what's next? Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. So no to Pimp a Butterfly then, right? Because they're saying only one album per person. And even though they allowed like Liz Harris to have a grouper album and also a Helen album, probably the same for these people. There's no exception made for Kendrick. What a bold thing. Good Kid, Mad City, outranking To Pimp a Butterfly. But that's actually an opinion I hold too. I think it's actually like To Pimp a Butterfly is like more important, I guess, and it's more of like an amazing artistic project. It's more ambitious, and it really realizes those ambitions well. But I feel like Good Kid, Mad City is it's just better to listen to. Like it's just I don't know. It's like more of a success in what it was trying to do, even if what it was trying to do was more limited. It's I don't know. I like it better too. I feel like almost blasphemous for saying so, but I do. DJ Rashad Double Cup, awesome. Not like a crazy high rank. Like I think Pitchfork had it around here as well, but you know, putting it over Good Kid, Mad City and stuff, that's a strong thing. So yeah, check this one out. Oh, Have You in My Wilderness, nice. Because Pitchfork put Aviary, and I talked a lot about how I just didn't connect with Aviary as much. But Have You in My Wilderness is one that I really liked. So I'm very, very happy to see this here. That's pretty cool. I feel a little more justified in my own Julia Holter selections or whatever. Yeah, I think this is maybe the largest contrast you can have between two albums back to back on a list like this. But I don't know, maybe I'll try listening to them back to back sometime. I think that'd be a good time. Chuck Person Echo Jams Volume 1. So, this is another one of the exceptions. I think this is 106 Point Never. Daniel Lopatin, who released, of course, Replica as 106 Point Never. And then, in his kind of early experimentation and development of Vaporwave as a genre, he released Echo Jams Volume 1, which is like kind of the first real definitive Vaporwave project. Before Macintosh Plus, before all of the Beer on the Couch releases, before all of that stuff, we had Chuck Person out here sampling old Genesis games and 80s pop hits and running them through so many filters. I will say, though, and I was actually talking to someone about this just last night, the real originator of Vaporwave, not Chuck Person, but my boy Viper. Rapper. You go back and you listen to Viper tracks from like 2007, 2008. The beats cannot be called anything besides Vaporwave. Oh my gosh. Like, the title track on this, which is of course the big meme thing that blew him up. Listen to that beat. What can you call it besides Vaporwave? I don't know who did he did all the production and stuff too. Gosh, he invented Vaporwave. Anyways. Woo! Whoa! Cool! Okay, hold on. So, Dean Blunt, I'm a really big fan of as an artist. Kind of a hard artist to keep up with. Always releasing tons and tons of projects under various names and collaborations and stuff. And a lot of them, I'll admit, meh. You know, they're like interesting. They've got some kind of fun parts to them, but they're not really like that substantial. They're not something that you're going to keep coming back to over and over again. It's only like a few of his projects. The Redeemer, just definitely going to be on my list somewhere. Black Metal, possibly as well. Both of these albums have like really stuck with me. I think of them quite often. But this one, Black is Beautiful, with Inga Copeland, who collaborates with him quite a bit. But Shore liked it okay. Yeah, they used to be called Hype Williams, which is very confusing too, because at first I didn't know that I was listening to the Hype Williams albums, like the previous albums by this pair, and I didn't know it had anything to do with Dean Blunt. So that was like the first surprise. But then I knew there was like the video producer Hype Williams, who directs music videos, has done some like very famous music videos. And I was like, what? So that's Dean Blunt? Like Dean Blunt and Inga Copeland are producing all these music videos too? I was like, what the heck? Like, why aren't people talking about this all the time? This is crazy. But no, there are two Hype Williams. Hype Williams the band and Hype Williams the video director. These are completely different people. So yeah, like I remember I listened to this quite a bit. This one's quite fun too. But some of these other ones, they're like kind of more just screwing around, I would guess, which I think is totally cool. Like as artists, I like that sort of experimentation. Anyways, yeah, so I got to go back and listen to this one some more. I'm sure I've listened to it at least once, but for me, it got very outclassed by the Redeemer and Black Metal, and to a lesser extent, like the Baby Father projects that Dean Blunt also did, where he took on the persona of like a British grime rapper. Very fun. So yeah, okay, this is very exciting. I'm gonna like dive back into this one, see what's going on. But oh man, oh, this is such a good album. Oh my god, this is such a good album. What did Pitchfork think? Blah, come on. What? Look at this description. Doesn't the description sound awesome? Veers in the direction of proper songs and sounds, heartbroken, boasting sad horn solos, sweeping strings and harp flurries, along with ominous clock chimes and distraught voicemail messages. How is that a 6.1? Just the fact that it has all this stuff. Is it easy an 8? No? No? I don't know. Amandoon's Freedom, I think we already have on this list somewhere. Yep. What was going on with that one again? We're at this stage where we're just Googling albums for the second time and being like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this guy. Okay, so the fact that both Pitchfork and Gorilla vs. Bear like it. Yeah, okay. Woman, Public Strain. I think also already on this list. Maybe? Okay. So what's going on with this? Public Strain. Oh, it's released on Jaguar. I like their releases generally as a record label. What did Pitchfork think? Oh, they give it an 8. Okay. Post-punk. Bleak but beautiful. Subtly skewed melodies. Okay. I'm all about all of this. All right, neat. Let's pop it on the list here. Okay. Games that we can't play. This doesn't sound familiar. I feel like this wasn't on any of the lists so far. Whoops. Print. Yes, I just want to print a sheet that says that so I can remember later. Yes, this definitely is not familiar. Oh, so it's, once again, another Oneohtrix Point Never project. They really like him. He gets 3 albums in the 50 of the decade. Well, like Kendrick Lamar and Kanye and others are limited at 1. Interesting. Okay, we gotta check this out. This is a project of his that I just had no idea about, even though I do kind of keep up on his releases as other projects. It's tough to keep up with anything. Just too much media going on. We'll pop this on the list too. This Big Thief album, Pitchfork had on their list. And then something funny happened where a new Big Thief album came out. They released 2 albums this year, which is crazy. And Pitchfork loved it. They gave it a 9.0. And it's like, oh, how embarrassing. If only you waited for the year to actually end before you made your list, you wouldn't run into this problem. But yeah, I guess I should check these guys out. I do like folk music. Actually, I've been listening to a lot of folk music lately from this guy, Richard Dawson. And I've just been waiting for someone to put Richard Dawson on their list. And then I can declare that list. Oh yeah, totally this guy. No. This guy. I've been really getting into this guy lately. This album a lot. It's fantastic. This song. Whoo! Oh man, this song is good. So yeah, this is my new like look out for it. No, sorry, not that one, but the Richard Dawson. Anyways, so yeah, I've been in a folksy sort of mood. Should really check these out. Kelly Lee Owens, self-titled. This I don't think we've seen before. Oops. Ooh, Welsh. So this is our first album. Yes, okay. That still sounds pretty nice. James Greenwood, not Johnny Greenwood. James Greenwood. Who's Daniel Avey? Oh, Hercules in Love and Fair, Little Boots. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah. This looks interesting. Any picture where the musician is just in dim light, hunched over a whole bunch of synthesizers and mixing boards, like, probably gonna like whatever they're up to right there. Okay. Next we got Robin's Body Talk, which was like top 10 on the Pitchfork list. So it's kind of neat, like, you know, as I said, Pitchfork is a lot more like poppy than Gorilla vs. Bear. So when a really kind of pop dance album like that scores very highly on Pitchfork's list, and then scores quite well on the Gorilla vs. Bear list too, it's like, oh, okay. So you can kind of see another layer to the music. You can perceive another layer to the music, which I think is quite appropriate for Robin's work. Same with this, which I saw spoilers of before when I was trying to select text. Charlie XCX, Pop 2, good. Ooh, what is this? Erica de Cassier. Essentials. No idea who this person is. They don't have a Wikipedia page. Exciting. They don't have a Pitchfork review. Just crazy. Sounds like pop's past and future at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This sounds pretty cool. From Denmark, funk and soul and pop. Cool. Wow, probably the best record I've ever listened to, and I don't say this in a lighthearted way. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, we're definitely gonna check this one out. This is pretty exciting. We're getting into the part of the list too, where it's like this is like top 25 releases of the year for them. You know, they're saying a lot by putting this here, even though it's quite obscure. She doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Didn't even get a Pitchfork review, and they're pumping her up to 25th. Nice. Okay, what's next? Carly Rae Jepsen, Emotion. I'm starting to feel embarrassed that I'm probably not going to put this on my list. I don't know. I guess I'm just not as into it as I don't know. I'll give it another chance. I'll listen to it again. Playboi Carti, Quest, sure. Laurel Harlow, I think we have on here already. Or not. What is this? This sounds very familiar. I think I've encountered this in some form before. Oh, yeah! She has it's this cover. This cover was very infamous on You. People would post this in a lot of threads just because it looks insane, right? Like you just look at this and you're like, oh my god, I either have to listen to this or I can never listen to this. Like I'm either going to love this album to death or it's just gonna scar me for the rest of my life. I don't know why I haven't listened to this, actually. I guess I was scared that the latter outcome would happen. But yeah, I definitely remember this now. Okay. So we'll definitely put this on the list, even though I probably have already got it already, just because I would have gone that far, at least. But yeah, I'm very, very curious about it now. There's Blonde, cracking the top 20. So what's left? So what's left that's going to show up on this list? We already have our Kendrick. I'm pretty sure my bark twisted beautiful fantasy. Kanye just barks like a dog instead of any of the lyrics. Bark, 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 bark. How do you say broken dog? Bark, 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 bark. Okay, I'm so sorry. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I think, will be probably like top 5. Have One on Me is gonna show up. I would like to see it, top 5 or something. That would make me pretty happy. Maybe, I don't know, like Aphex Twin Zero, probably an album by Grouper. Given that they cheated on the Yeji EPs, I could see them doing the double release from Grouper. The two, no. There we go. No. There we go. She did like the double release of Dream Lost and Alien Observer. I think these are quite well liked. Dragging a Dead Deer Up a Hill. That's 2008 though. Ruins I think was quite well liked. Okay. What else will show up? Man, I don't know. What am I thinking? There's some other classics and stuff. Maybe D'Angelo, Black Messiah. I don't know. I can't quite get a read on this list. Let's see. Danny Brown, Triple X. Okay. I actually ended up talking to my friend about Triple X a lot. Because I said the same thing that I said during the video, where it's like, oh, I don't necessarily think this is like his best album. I think it's just the one that kind of had the most impact and really kind of defined him as an artist. And my friend was like, oh, I don't know about that. Like, have you listened to it lately? I think it's like definitely his best album. And I went back and I had forgotten just how much I liked some of the tracks, like Pock Blood. How did I forget how good that song is? Now I just want to listen to it all the time again. So I don't know. More and more, I can kind of understand putting this above like old and Atrocity Exhibition and stuff. And I'm really into You Know What I'm Saying, which just came out recently. I've been listening to that a lot. So yeah, I guess this isn't too surprising that everyone is putting Triple X. Sophie, not choosing the oh my god, I can never think of what it's called. The every pearl's oil of uninsides, I think. Oil of every pearl's uninside. I got pretty close. But instead doing this, which was like a PC Music collab or something. Oh, okay. Interesting. So this is the first time we've seen this one chosen over this one. This one has been on a few lists, I think, we looked at. It rated quite highly at on the Pitchfork list, yeah. Interesting. I'll have to check this one out a little more, I guess. Ooh, I'm a little surprised to see this, but I'm very happily surprised. I really love this album. I was super happy that it was on Pitchfork's list, and I'm super happy that it's so far up on this list. I wasn't really sure if they were the type to go into the AMCO type stuff, but I definitely think this is the strongest AMCO related release of the decade. So yeah, all right, cool. All right, cool. Again, no Age of Odds. At this point, I've given up. Nobody gets it except me. That's just how it is. But I mean, there's nothing to knock about Carrie and Lowell too. A completely beautiful album. I'd like to think that if they didn't have this rule about one release per artist, they would have put both. I feel like this blog is the type of blog to be into the Age of Odds. But whatever. Cindy Lee, Act of Tenderness. That sounds familiar too. Is this already on our list? No. Cindy Lee, Act of Tenderness. Where did I hear about this? Maybe I don't know about this. No Wikipedia article. No Pitchfork review. But an article from exclaim.ca, which is like a Canadian local magazine that I see quite often. So I assume they're Canadian. If you thought women were weird and loud, we just learned about women. Okay, don't take that out of context. That sounds really bad. We just learned about the band called Women, and now we're finding about something that's even weirder and louder than that. So sweet. I guess it's the same person. Yeah, this was another person mentioned as someone who gets multiple projects. So I think this is the last time we'll see multiple projects, except of course we'll see another grouper release. Yeah, this sounds great. It's weird and loud. I like that. I like the title. I like the album cover. Sure. Nope. Sometimes I forget that I've just right-clicked Googled something instead of copy and pasted it into Google, and then I get very confused. Jesse Lanza, Pull My Hair Back. Definitely haven't heard of this either. Oops. If you want to love, let me pull my hair back. Sure. What kind of music is this? Hamilton, Ontario. What? That's like shockingly close to where I live. I feel like, oh my god, they're trying to write about Hamilton. Nah. You don't want to know about Hamilton. I've had some weird times in Hamilton. Anyways, sure. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be into this or not. I still don't have a very good sense of, whoa. Wait a minute. How did it, what just happened? We're getting a little spoilers here, but I haven't heard of either of these albums, so it's all good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be like. Glacial Electro R&B. Ooh, with Junior Boys. I like Junior Boys. Okay, all right. And Hyperdub. Anything on Hyperdub? I usually somewhat interested in. Okay, Tops, Tender Opposites. No idea what this is. Again, no Pitchfork review, no Wikipedia article. It feels like Gorilla versus Bear is getting more and more obscure as the list continues, when normally lists we've looked at do the opposite, right? They put kind of the niche favorites of the list makers near the start, near the bottom, and then it's kind of like the obligatory run through the big critical canon consensus masterpieces of the decade. Whereas it's getting more and more obscure. Like I haven't heard of the last four on the screen right now. Like what? Okay, so what is this? What's going on here? Solid pop album. I laughed, I cried, became a part of me. Then it became malignant, and I had to have it removed. Now I keep it in a jar beside my bed. Thanks, Tops. International prog, new age, psychedelic, soft rock, Montreal. Okay, all right, I'm sold. Helena Deland. No idea what this is. Altogether unaccompanied. Does that mean like a cappella? Another Montreal release. Montreal back to back, and before that, Hamilton. Canada, we out there. Actually, before that, this was Canadian, Hamilton, Montreal, Montreal. Canada strong, and Sufjan Stevens, you know, Michigan, it's close enough. That's like basically Canada. Okay, so what is going on here? Series of songs. So this isn't the same release. This is like a selection of, I guess, this entire compilation. Experimental. All right. Okay. America tinged indie rock, yacht pop, folk, woozy synth balladry. Okay, all right. I want to see that. I want to know how the heck she does that. No, I don't know what this is either. Do you think they're Canadian? What are the odds? No. Actually, I think we already have this on the list. Yeah. So this, judging by where it appears on this list, it was pretty high up on the Pitchfork list too. So that's cool. Yeah. All right, that's neat. Breaking almost into the top 10 on the GVB list. All right, so, okay, what are my calls for the top 10? I have no idea. Okay, D'Angelo, Black Messiah, that's one. Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Or maybe Yeezus. I kind of feel like this is the sort of site to just be like Yeezus instead. Maybe Radiohead, A Moon-Shaped Pool? Possibly? I don't think the Vampire Weekend album that was on the Pitchfork Top 10, Modern Vampires of the City, I don't think they're going to care about that. Probably A Seat at the Table. Solange will be there. Maybe Beyonce. I'm guessing if they did, they would choose Lemonade. But I don't know. I think it's much more likely that just Solange will be there and no Beyonce. Oh my God, the Lana Del Rey album hasn't shown up yet. Holy, they put it in top 10. They put it higher up than Pitchfork did, and Pitchfork gave it the 9.4. What? Okay. So we know, yeah, and Joanna Newsom top 10. Okay, so how many do we have? Joanna Newsom, Lana Del Rey, Kanye, Solange, D'Angelo, 5. I'm pretty confident on those 5. Is there any other ones I predict? I'll say Radiohead, I guess. I could see this blog really liking A Moon-Shaped Pool. Bon Iver? 22 a Million, maybe? Or the self-titled? I don't know. I really don't know. Let's just find out. I don't know. Ooh, Burial's Rival Dealer. Cool. This was also the Pitchfork choice for a Burial release. I don't know how much the kind of more inspirational message that this album has about gender diversity and self-expression and self-affirmation how much that elevates that in these critics' eyes versus his purely instrumental music. Um, but I think it's such a solid. I mean, it's amazing music regardless. I don't know. I still like Kindred better. I still think I don't know. I don't know. Rival Dealer. It's damn good though. D'Angelo, Black Messiah, as we predicted. Chromatics, Kill for Love. Whoa! So this is the Italo disco guys. We saw this on the Pitchfork list as well. Really thinking I should give Italo disco another try via Chromatics. Grouper. Oh, right. Yeah, we should have known that Grouper would show up here. And as I thought, they're cheating a little, doing the Grouper Musician. That's the one that works. Using the double AIA release, which came out, I think, on, yeah, the same day. But they're like separate albums. I don't know. Yeah. But, yeah, I guess that's fair. Lana Del Rey, Norman fucking Rockwell at 6th. The 6th best album of the decade. I don't know about that. I think you're a little crazy for this one. But at least they put Joanna Newsom even higher. Joanna Newsom in the top 5, along with Kanye, Solange. I don't know. Radiohead? I don't know. Ooh, Shabazz Palace's Black Up. Very cool. I like that. The Jai Paul Bait ones, we were talking about them on the Pitchforks release. These are really cool albums to have in your top 5. Like, my mind is being blown by the potential here. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. The potential of writing this one line of text is blowing my mind. Okay. Oh, Beach House Teen Dream. Okay. Oh my God, Joanna Newsom is gonna be either 2 or 1. Oh, please, please, first place, one time, first place. Please, please, please. Just on one of these lists, I want her to be first place. So I think the top 2 are going to be Kanye, Joanna Newsom in some order, which is interesting because they both came out in 2010. I mean, I don't know. I guess, whoops, I guess it's not like something that you have to do. You have to put Kanye on your list. Check this out though. Like this is my top 2 as well. Kanye, Joanna Newsom. So Joanna Newsom, I'm 99% sure will be there. Because otherwise the thing in the intro where they mention her doesn't make any sense. Kanye, I guess I'm actually much less certain. But it'd be quite shocking if it wasn't Kanye. Who else could it be? Who else was Solange? Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Solange and Joanna Newsom are the final 2. Kind of feels more likely that it's Solange than Kanye. So Kanye got snubbed from GVB. This is the first time Kanye's been snubbed on any of these lists. I thought Pitchfork might do it to him, but nah, they stuck with their 10. They put him in at 2nd. Okay, let's see. Oh, Joanna Newsom, Have One on Me at number 2. No! So close, and yet so far. Number 2? Come on, you've come this far. Just give her number 1. Why not? Why not? Just number 1. Just one time. One time for one. Okay, whatever. We'll shake it out. Move past it. Okay, what is it? Kanye or Solange? Or it could be something else. It could be something totally different. Richard Dawson Peasant, number 1. What? Oh my God! I should have realized because they mentioned Grimes as an example of. I totally forgot. What? Oh man, yeah. I don't know about any of this. This list is crazy. This is such a crazy list. No Kanye, no Solange, 2 of the most critically acclaimed albums of the entire decade by other blogs, by other sites. Bucking the trend. Okay, weird list, but a good one. Well, I can't complain. I can just be shocked. Found out about a bunch of albums that sound pretty sweet that I'll have to check out. And that's a lot better than just seeing the ones I expected in some slightly novel order. Snubbing Kanye, eh? But like this makes me really, really happy. This makes me quite happy. Yeah, like a lot of this stuff is like right on. But then, like, really? Really? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious what the comments are here. Great list. When Visions came out, I listened to it in bed every night for a week before bed. What? Listen to it in bed every night for a week before bed with my best headphones. My wife thought I was tripping. Thanks for a good reason to revisit some of the music of recent history. Yeah, so these are ones that I'm surprised missed the mark. In Color, Pitchfork really, really liked. Mitski, Pitchfork had 2 albums of theirs. Nothing. Courtney Barrett. Licky Lee, we haven't seen too often, same with Sentigold, but they're generally quite liked. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. LCD American Dream. You can't even put Sound System? But whatever. I'm surprised they're mentioning American Dream and not This Is Happening, but whatever, whatever. What's Ariel Pink done to you guys? Ariel Pink got snubbed on this list, and also on the Pitchfork list, and also on other lists we've looked at, but that's like less surprising. As requested, my list. Life of Pablo at #1, and not... Okay. Huh. Huh. I don't know what this is. Okay. Yeah. All right. This is already just the best list. The best list we've ever seen. So no, top 32 is really weird to me, but whatever. All right. All right. That's another one down. Please tell me if you're getting tired of this. I'm certainly not. This is so fun for me. I don't know why. There's a few other top lists that I'm aware of, so we'll be checking those out. I'm also gonna try to find some anime ones. Ooh, we're gonna tear into those. And yeah, keep looking forward to my own lists after I poo-poo all of these respected professional critics. Hear what one random person who spends most of their time reading manga thinks about the music of the 2010s. Then you'll know what's up. All right, bye-bye.